Welcome back to another episode of the Natty Teacher. I am, of course, your host. Who else but the Natty Teacher? Now, I am currently on my way to the gym, and today we have our second pull session of the week. Pull B. Okay. Great session. A lot of fun. That's great stuff, man. Excuse me, got like a little hiccups going. Yeah, great stuff. Lots of fun. What do we got today? We're opening up with a more lat-focused assisted pull-up. Then we will move into our, we got some chest-supported rows. And then we have our low lat rows on the cable, single arm low lat rows. Yeah. And then after that, we have our neutral grip pull downs. And then some rear delt work, machine rear delt flies. Some bicep work in the form of, what do we got today? We got some cable curls. I know we got single arm cable curls. And then also, why am I forgetting? I know I got it written down, so I can just double check. But why am I losing my train of thought on my other bicep exercise? What is it? Oh, and then rope hammer curls. Yeah, sorry. I was gonna say, I'm like, man, I cannot, like, for the life of me, I cannot think of what this other exercise is. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then today we do have some calf work as well. We do have some direct calf work today. And that's it. Toe press, most likely, or maybe some seated calf raises. And then we'll go from there. I'm a little sleepy. I have not gotten good sleep the last couple days, man. My daughter's teething, and she co-sleeps with my wife and I. And, it's one of those things where it's tough sometimes, because when she's upset, she'll let you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she'll definitely let you know, like, my teeth hurt kind of thing. And so she was having a tough time going to sleep last night, and so that kept us up a little bit later. And then I woke up really early this morning, couldn't really fall back asleep, and it's just one of those things where it's not like I got the worst sleep ever, but just the last couple nights, man, I have not been able to get as much sleep as I would like to in an ideal situation, put it that way. So hopefully we can get back on track with that tonight, and over the course of the weekend and all that, and get some extra sleep. So regardless, yeah, man, good pull session coming. I'm excited. Oh, there's Kitty. He made it across. All right, we're good. Man, he's cool. He's a cool cat. Oh, that thing's cute. Yeah, I'm excited for this pull session. Definitely a great one. I've been really digging having more frequency for, like, both kind of balancing back thickness and direct lat work, and kind of, instead of splitting them into two completely different sessions, now they're split evenly, where it's kind of like two exercises for each part of the back that we're hitting. So it's been good stuff, man. I've been really digging it. So first exercise, again, after some warm-up and mobility work, will be some lat-biased assisted pull-ups. Top set of that exercise coming at you right about now. All right, so first up on the docket, we have some assisted pull-ups. Now, where we have the hands placed is just outside shoulder width, and what we are trying to do is drive the elbows through the lats. Now, I would say that this is more of just a back building movement in general, but absolutely the way that we are gripping this and the way we are trying to drive the elbows through the lats on each repetition, I would say it biases more of the lats. We're trying to keep the head and chest up and really drive that chest up through the ceiling. Again, I'm not worried about holding at the top for 10 seconds or anything like that. I'm more concerned with really controlling that retraction, getting a nice full stretch, and then making sure we are driving that chest through the ceiling. That's one of the best cues I can have for you. Again, driving that chest through the ceiling and driving those elbows through the lats. That will absolutely help you cue this exercise correctly. Obviously, with the assisted pull-ups or any pull-up variation, you can mess with the handles here a little bit and mess with the grips and see what works for you and see what doesn't. I would highly recommend, especially if you are keeping the assistance on, so to speak, you're doing actual assisted pull-ups, I would highly recommend keeping the reps a little bit higher. That 10 to 15 rep range seems to work pretty well for me, so I would recommend that for you. If I didn't feel like it worked for me, I wouldn't recommend it for you, but I definitely think it has. So Big time recommend for that. Then we have some chest supported rows here with, I call it the bicycle grip here, but more of a kind of a wide grip. Essentially, you can see where we're driving the elbows back through. That is the portion of the back we are trying to hit, kind of that upper back, up through the traps and teres muscles, all that kind of fun jazz. Really a nice upper back thickness building movement for sure. Okay, so kind of keeping those elbows in a neutral spot. We're not trying to flare the elbows out too far, but at the same time, we're not trying to tuck the elbows in at the side just to move more weight or whatever. And we're trying to drive those elbows back parallel to the side of the body to about a 90-degree angle, like the arms at like a 90-degree angle, I should say. If you want to come back a little further than that, you absolutely can. If you want to, shorten it a little more, I would be a little leery of that, but I would try to get as much of a range of motion as you can while still trying to increase load and go from there. So again, try to keep this in that 8 to 12 rep range or so, and go from there. Again, making sure that chest never leaves the pad. Okay. Then we have some low lat rows. Again, kind of keeping that hand in a supinated position. So all that means is trying to keep that palm up towards the ceiling for the most part, at least. Okay, we have the pulley pretty low. I think it's like 18 notches total in this pulley system, and we're only on about the 4th notch here. That really allows me to drive that elbow down through the lower lat and really get a nice, good hard squeeze. Again, making sure we're bringing that arm at least parallel to the side of our bodies, if not even slightly behind, and getting that nice squeeze in the back for me works. You don't have to hold like that. That is up to you. If you would like to speed that portion of the movement up a little bit, that's totally up to you. But I like to get that little hold in the back and get a little bit of a squeeze and try to drive, kind of picture driving blood into the lower portion of the lat with this single arm low lat row. So far everything is just 2 working sets, guys. 2 working sets, unless I say otherwise. So yeah, 2 working sets of everything so far. Then some mag grip pull downs here with the close grip mag grip. Definitely a solid exercise for sure. I like these mag grip handles here for sure. Definitely feel like my hands can comfortably grip these bad boys compared to just like a straight, close grip bar or what have you. I probably will be switching back to that slightly supinated one where the palms are kind of facing towards the body a little bit more. I like that one a lot, and I feel like I can kind of get a better pull with that one. This is just kind of the regular neutral grip one, but again, essentially trying to bring the handles all the way down and actually touch the chest or get dang close. I like to actually touch the chest, so you'll see that this was kind of my heavier set here, so I think I did a set of 7 or 8. I would recommend trying to keep that in that 8 to 12, 8 to 15 rep range for sure. Then some rear delt flies. This one I've been keeping in the higher rep ranges, 3 working sets in between that like 12 to 20 rep range, really more like 12 to 15, although my top sets have been kind of creeping above 15 reps because I've just been staying with a relatively neutral weight until I hit it for 3 sets of 15, and then I'll jump up 5 or 10 pounds and go from there. But regardless, I've really been digging doing the standing variation of this. I've been really feeling this one great in the rear delts. So absolutely don't have to do this. You can do the regular seated if you'd like. But for me, I have pretty long arms, and I have found that getting a little bit of a more comfortable angle like this feels really good. So this one is 3 working sets, again, in that 12 to 15, 12 to 20 rep range or so. And making sure we're not just, yanking and cranking weight out just to move weight. Make sure you're really controlling it and getting a nice squeeze in the rear delts. Okay, if you're not feeling it, make adjustments. Maybe it's a weight thing, maybe it's an angle thing. Play with it a little bit, but make sure you do it correctly. Then some single arm cable L curlamundos here, all right? What we're seeing here is really controlling that retraction on the way down, really controlling that weight on the way down, really milk that, retraction on the way down and get a nice hard squeeze at the top of the movement. Again, make sure that we're not trying to pull the weight up with the shoulder. So what you'll see here is like I obviously have a little bit of a natural motion there, but you won't see my shoulder and hand shoot way in front of my body or anything like that. We're really trying to just drive up with the hands in a supinated position. So again, palms towards the ceiling, and just get a nice good curl here. No twist or anything like that. There's no twist at the bottom or anything. Just as a heads up, but this one I do try to keep again in that 10 to 15 rep range or so, with most of my cable work like that. But I really love the tension points that cables provide compared to like free weights, at least in certain cases. And in this training block, I do have a pretty fair amount of cable and machine work for the biceps, and I'm really enjoying it. It feels pretty good. So definitely a fan of this one. This one was a total of 3 working sets. And then we had one other exercise for biceps, which was some rope curls, which will be coming up here in a second. And that is a total of 2 working sets. So 5 total working sets in this session of biceps, 5 total working sets of biceps in the, in my pull A session. Then some good rope curls here. So again, really making sure that we get that nice good squeeze, making sure we're getting a nice pump in the arms here. This is a very, very gracious angle for sure. For me, shows a lot of density and all that, so it shows a lot of width. But not to say that I don't have that, but this is definitely a very gracious angle for, amplifying that even more. So 2 working sets here. You'll see that I kind of keep my hands, try to keep my elbows towards the side of the body here. Not allowing them to just kind of move freely, really trying to, keep them on kind of an axle, for lack of better terms, and just curl the weight up with the biceps. I've really, really locked in with this exercise. This workout was from a couple weeks ago now, and I've been continuing to run it in my training blocks, and am a very, very big fan of this movement. Now, I used to not be a huge fan of this. I don't know if it was like an ego thing, trying to lift too much weight or what, but I have become a very, very big fan of this variation and the pumps and squeezes that I've been able to get out of it. So big fan of this for sure. So 2 working sets here. Again, that 10 to 15 rep range, I would say for pretty much all bicep work, that 8 to 10, or excuse me, like that 8 to 15, 8 to 20 rep range seems to be ideal. Pull B session in the freaking books. I may be sleepy, I may be tired, but gosh dang it, that was a great workout. That's good stuff, man. That's great stuff. That's exactly everything and more that we would have wanted from that session, man. It was some awesome stuff. No doubt. No doubt. Great stuff, man. Felt really good. I feel like I was using the appropriate amount of weight for the most part. Definitely for the most part. So that was nice. One of those workouts where you just kind of feel like everything you choose is just right. So that's kind of, that's a weird one. Regardless, feels like all the weight you chose and everything you were choosing was just the right weight, right exercises, all that kind of fun jazz, man. All that kind of fun jazz. So, hey, man, it was a ton of fun. I truly, thoroughly enjoyed it. It felt great. Again, just felt great. Felt like I connected to the muscle really, really well. And I'm tired now. I mean, I was already sleepy, but now I'm definitely tired. Ready to get home and get something to eat and go from there. So, if you have not already, make sure you like and share the video. Drop any comments, questions, or feedback you got down below. Okay, beard's coming. Slowly but surely filling out. Beard season is among us, upon us, among us, upon us. I'm tired. Yeah, give me a break here, man. If you have not already, also make sure you subscribe to the channel. You don't have to, but hey, it really does help as we continue to progress forward. I really appreciate it. But other than that, guys, I ain't got a lot of stuff to say right now, man. I'm just too sleepy, but it was a phenomenal workout. Awesome stuff. I'm gonna go home, get some grub, chill out, and get ready for tomorrow, and go from there. So, anyhoozle, hey, man. First and foremost, and most importantly, God bless. Hopefully, your day is as beautiful as mine is here. But for today, I'm the Natty Teacher, and this episode of Road to Natty Pro is out. I will catch y'all on the flippity.